Hey everyone, so in this video we're going to be covering the alternatives to Yuiio because Yuiio is now become commercialized, signed to a label, and I thought it was fitting to actually recommend some other AI music generators that are good alternatives, also covering the top ones. So that's what we'll cover in this video. Hey everyone, this is Barry from Music Tech Info. I hope you're doing well today. So first of all, Yuiio is kind of no more. It's going to change. It's been come to an agreement with UMG, one of the top 3 record labels. So we've literally got one more day where we can download, as of recording this video, our generations. I've been using Yuiio for the last 2.5 years and it's been great. It's just unfortunate that it's had to go this way, otherwise it would have got sued and would have been taken down. So as alternatives, that's what we're covering in this video. Now, the obvious alternative is going to be Suno, because I would say that Suno is number 1 AI music generator out of all of them. Their version 5 model is absolutely incredible. Don't get me wrong, it's still maybe not quite radio quality, but it's getting there. They've also released Suno Studio, where I was the first person on YouTube to be able to feature that, which I was very privileged to do, working with Suno at the time. So that's really cool. So if you're used to digital audio workstation functionality, that's pretty much what we have here in a simpler form, but it is in beta and it will get better. But I can just give you a quick idea of one of my projects just to have a look. So I can literally just open up one of my projects. Oh, that's a bad example, bear with me. Open up one of my, just so that you get an idea, so you can see the stems, the individual stems here. Now, stem splitting is something that Suno Studio has been doing for a while. If you generate in Suno Studio, that's the best way, is to use Suno to extract the vocals for that. They've also got like hooks, which is a bit like a TikTok feature. I'm not going to go into that at the moment. They've got Explore, they've got Radio. So they're building on their discoverability within the platform, which is quite important. But I love Suno Studio. So what I thought we'd do in this video is we'd use the same prompt for all of them. So let's have a go, shall we? So we'll go to the create button on here, on the left hand side. And what I thought we could do indie pop song about treading lightly. I'm going to put in here synth. I'm going to put in here pop. I'm going to put in indie authentic, okay? And I'm going to put a full stop, right? Now, in terms of the lyrics, I want it to create some lyrics. So I'm going to use the copy feature of treading lightly rather. Just copy that. Going to go to write full song. They have a, is it REME lyrics model? So I can literally just put in the title of that there and put write lyrics. So in terms of the functionality, Suno's been going about 2.5 years now as well. So it's really good in terms of its functionality, the navigation. It's just so useful. I mean, as an example, just the lyrics, it's giving us 2 examples and we can actually select whichever one we want to choose. Then we can edit it if we want to. I'm going to go with probably that second one because it's a lot more in depth. You also have advanced options where you've got weirdness slider and style influence. So I'm going to move the style influence up to about 80% because I really want it to listen to what I've put in the style. Anything over that is kind of in red. Treading lightly will be the title, and then I'm going to click create. And what Suno Studio does, it gives us 2 examples to choose from. We're able to do many different things once we've done that, like we can put it in Suno Studio, we can make a template using a persona, we can remaster it. Obviously this is using the version 5 model. There is a simpler version as well in terms of just less options like lyrics and that kind of thing. Get stems is where you can extract the stems from it. You've got playlists, queues, publish, download to WAV format, etc. So it's very good in terms of that. So we'll just let our generations finish, and it's incredibly fast. So it's already done the AI art and you can already preview the tracks, which is really cool. So if you're interested in which is the best AI music generator out there at the moment, I'd definitely go with Suno. I think it's a clear winner at the moment. And things change fast, right? So he's finished our second generation, so that's what we'll listen to first. So I'll click play and we'll have a listen.
If I knew what I wanted, I'd take it like a thief in the night. You'd never see me coming, but I don't know what I want. So I'm treading lightly. If I knew how to love you, I'd take your hand and never let go. Oh, I make my arms your castle, but I don't know how to love. So I'm treading lightly. If I knew who I was, I could be her in your eyes. I could show up as the one, but I don't know who I am. So I'm treading lightly. If I knew how to love you, I'd take your hand and never let go. Oh, I make my arms your castle, but I don't know how to love. So I'm treading lightly, treading lightly, treading lightly, treading lightly, treading lightly, treading lightly, treading lightly. If I knew how to love you, I'd take your hand and never let go. Oh, I make my arms your castle, but I don't know how to love. So I'm treading lightly.
Wow. What can I say? That is just incredible. It's very indie, very pop, very authentic from my point of view. Really pleased with that. So I thought that is a fantastic example. Let's try the other version. Now this is a bit longer, 3 minutes.
If I knew what I wanted, I'd take it like a thief in the night. You'd never see me coming, but I don't know what I want. So I'm treading lightly. If I knew how to love you, I'd take your hand and never let go. I'd make my arms your castle, but I don't know how to love. So I'm treading lightly. If I knew who I was, I could be her in your eyes. I could show up as the one, but I don't know who I am. So I'm treading lightly. If I knew how to love you, I'd take your hand and never let go. I'd make my arms your castle, but I don't know how to love.
So good.
So I'm treading lightly. Treading lightly. Treading lightly.
Nice fade out. That's a really, really nice, genuine song. I love that song, even better than the last one. So that is Suno. I mean, it's hard to beat, right? However, there is a lawsuit. You know, currently all 3 labels are suing Suno for copyright infringement. And something that I've learned on this journey, if you train the models in copyrighted material, they will sound the best. If you don't use copyrighted material, the model it sucks. It doesn't sound nowhere near as good as that yet. Hopefully things will change. So that is Suno.com. So that brings us on to the second option that I wanted to feature, which is Producer.ai. Now, Producer has a very different take on things. They've got videos now, they've got playlists, projects, vibes, turntables. So they've got lots of different functionality for you. And I like the Producer team. I think they're a really nice bunch of people. And they've really focused around this tool helping, supporting existing musicians, right? In terms of if you're just a singer, well, let's help create a backing track for you. If you're a guitarist, well, let's add the vocals for you, right? That kind of thing, which is great, really. So they used to be known as Refusion, and I've featured them quite a bit on this channel, as well as Suno. So there is a AI music generator playlist if you want to check it out. But Producer, I've always been quite impressed with. So what we're going to do here, we're going to copy the prompt from what I did in Suno, and we're going to paste it in to Producer, right? We're just going to have a look at the settings. So it's using, right? It's using, we've got the Pro version is going to be a subscription model, okay? So it's not going to be the Pro version in this example. We've got Raw with high creative ceiling, 2.0, and we've got 2.0 as a powerful instrument, okay? So we'll leave it on Raw because that's what it's recommended. All of the earlier models are still available under Classic. You've got a fast creative writing lyric model called Ghostwriter. And we've also got whether we want the Producer to be fast thinking or standard, which is the strongest reasoning. So we're going to leave it on standard. We're going to leave it on standard Ghostwriter. And we're literally going to go send message, which sounds a bit odd, doesn't it? Now, I forgot to mention you can upload, by the way. So that is something to bear in mind. So it's now created our session on the left. This is more of an agentic model, right? So it's looking at our text prompt. It's now looking at crafting the lyrics, and then it's going to move on to the next task. Now, the great thing about agentic models is the fact that they can come back with further questions to kind of aid what they're trying to do. So we've got an example here. So we've got the sound, indie pop. So it's expanded the text prompt first of all. My mouse is a bit strange, sorry. And then we've got the lyrics here. And now it's going to actually start producing the track. I started a synthy indie pop cut called Treading Lightly. Want to add more grit or keep it silky? So it's giving the option with some tooltips here. So you can keep it silky, you can make it dreamy. So it's already started playing, so let's have a listen.
I'm watching how I move around you. Every step feels like it, my breakthrough. Don't wanna rush, but we could be. But staying still, it killing me. Do you feel it too? Just careful,
Nice. I thought that was a really good example. I was really concerned at the beginning because the intro sounded so lo-fi. I was like, oh. But no, it really improved. I was really pleased with it. You know, it's just a very different take on things, right? I thought that was a really, again, a nice, genuine track. I think the majority of people would have preferred Suno because it was a little mellow, a little too mellow perhaps, maybe a little too genteel, maybe a little too safe. So that is something to bear in mind, but it really depends on how it takes the text prompt, right? And what I love about this is the fact that you can still elaborate with it as much as you want. So you could say change the vocals to male, add more distortion, you know, make it rougher. So it's brilliant in terms of advising what you want it to do. Now next we have Mureka. Okay, now Mureka.ai has been around for some time. Their latest model, I believe, is 7.5. Yeah. They have a Mureka 01, which is their smart music studio. So they do have that available if you upgrade and go pro, for example. So it's trying to be quite similar to Suno. Where I felt it maybe let itself down a little bit was the fact that it just wasn't on par with version 5 of Suno. But they may catch up, who knows. So I've put in the same style in here. I want it to generate lyrics. So again, I'm just going to put in the title of the song, Treading Lightly, generate. So it's doing that right for us now. Goodness me, that's pretty cool. Got a 5,000 character limit here. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to leave it for it to choose what it wants to do. Treading Lightly is going to be the song title, and I'm going to click create. Now I really wanted to show you Mureka.ai, but there's no free credits for me to actually show it to you. So what I thought we could do is just have a listen to one of their trending songs. Let's just have a listen to this one. Good panning, good mix.
I want to tell you how I truly feel, but I don't know if you'll believe me if I told you how I felt truly. How do I tell you in a way that you'll believe me about what I'm feeling inside of my heart for you? I know it's beyond love itself. I know you're so special, you're more than words, and the love you give to me can be felt every time I glance in your eyes.
Okay, so that gives you a bit of an idea in terms of what it can do. I have done a Mureka video on this channel before, so check that out in the playlist if you're interested. The next one that we have is 11 Labs. Now they have a music generator, which is quite recent to be fair, and this one's quite an interesting take. What they're trying to do with this is they're trying to go along the copyright-free licensing route. They're trying to go through the copyright licensing route. They're not quite there yet, but they've literally just launched over the last kind of month or so. And let's have a listen to the model, see what we think. So this has promise in terms of having agreements to be able to license your generations, basically. So they're coming from it from a more ethical point of view. So 11 Labs obviously is known for their text-to-speech models. They also have a studio now, which is quite interesting if you want to layer something over the top of it. So what we'll do now is we'll paste in exactly the same text prompt. We want 2 generations. We want the duration to be automatic and the lyrics to be automatic. Now, this is more expensive in terms of generating. So this is, for example, 2,700 credits, whereas the likes of Sudo would be a lot cheaper. But obviously, you have to bear in mind that they're trying to go down the ethical route of paying original artists, that kind of thing. So let's click generate and see where we get to with this. So at the very top right, we've now got the history in terms of what it's trying to do. In the middle of the screen at the top, you can see the styles that it's decided to include and the styles that it's decided to exclude. And you can see it is starting to build down the bottom of the screen, which is just so cool. So this looks as though it's going to be a 1:42 generation. And as you can see, it's done the verse 1, the pre-chorus, the chorus, verse 2. Now it's got to do the chorus again. Now you're able to move these around, so there's a little bit of editing functionality that you can do here. So we'll just wait for that to finish. Okay, great. So shall we have a listen? Hello again.
Late night streets beneath my feet. I'm stepping soft so I don't wake the dream.
Just going to stop it there. The vocals seem really loud on top of the mix, but in terms of download, you could always edit that in your own digital audio workstation if that's something that you want to do. So bear that in mind.
Neon flickers on these quiet scenes. I breathe in.
Okay, so I would say that the lyrics are very AI music generated, because neon flickers on these quiet scenes is a very typical phrase that AI generators like to use. So it hasn't kind of developed like Suno has yet.
And slow, trying not to break the scenes. Every move I make, I feel the ground. Holding back the sound, I'm bound. Treading lightly on this ground we share. Careful footsteps in the midnight air. I don't wanna leave a shadow there, so I'm learning how to hold you in a whisper.
The clarity of the mix is actually really good. When the beat came in, I was quite impressed, and the clarity of the drums is really good. A bit too high end, but it's clear, it's crystal, nice, good mix.
Morning light through linen blinds, I trace the edges of your quiet mind. Words unspoken dance between our sighs. I fold my heart into your gentle tides. Treading lightly on this ground we share. Careful footsteps in the daylight glare. I don't wanna leave a scar to bear, so I'm learning how to hold you in a whisper.
Bridge. Nice harmony.
I'll tiptoe through your heart, so we never fall apart.
Nice. Bit of an abrupt ending. You can extend, by the way, as well. Let's listen to the second variation.
Step by step upon this shore, I feel the earth beneath my shoes.
Sorry. Let's try that again.
Every footprint means a score, a promise and of sweet review. Treading lightly on the edges of the stars, holding hope inside our hands. We'll move softly through the patterns of our hearts, leave only grace upon the land.
Okay.
Every whisper, shaped in sound, carries weight we cannot see. Let our footsteps kiss the ground with care and gentle honesty. We'll slow the world just for a moment, breathe in deep and let it go. Maps unwritten call our movement, with softer truths we'll always grow. Treading lightly on the edges of the stars, holding hope inside our hands. We'll move softly through the patterns of our hearts, leave only grace upon the land.
What I've noticed is the fact that the generations are very good, but they still need quite a bit of work. Like, there's a lot of silences there. It doesn't seem to finish off the tracks properly yet. However, I think it's a good offering. I think, yes, it's expensive in terms of generating, so you have to bear that in mind. However, I do feel as a platform as a whole, there's just lots of functionality there in terms of text-to-speech and music and studio and, you know, sound effects, and there's more to it than just that. So you have to bear that in mind. But it may be a good consideration, particularly if you want to go down the more ethical route, because hopefully they're going to start releasing a model, I think, in the new year about compensating artists that help to train their model. So that's pretty cool. So next one. So the next one is called Minimax.io. Now this is version 2.0 for music. So this is more offering expressive vocals for any musical style, catchy melodies, and pro level quality up to 5 minutes per track. Now this is one that I haven't experienced or featured on the channel before. So we go to the music section on here. You have to confirm the terms of use, which I'm clicking on that. I was having a go on this yesterday. I was quite pleased with the results. So again, as usual, we're going to paste in the style here. We're going to call the, I wish it would do this automatically, but still, I suppose it may not know if the title isn't in the actual style. And we've got a plus on the lyrics down the bottom of the screen, but we're going to leave that as it is because it's already started to do that for us. There are some parameters as well, so you can choose the particular style. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to influence the style description, okay? This one's interesting. So this will actually enhance the description that you put in the prompt to refine it for better quality in terms of generation. So I'll leave that on. And this is 300 credits to create one example. So I'm going to click on that and just make sure you got Music 2.0 on there as well. This does a couple of other features, a bit like 11 Labs. So there's text-to-speech model, voice design if you want to use a particular style, voice cloning, and voice isolator as well. And they do have an API. So we're just going to wait for this new work to generate. By the way, while we're waiting, if you are interested in AI music generators, if you're a musician maybe if you're just interested in generating music, please consider subscribing. It really helps the channel. Give it a like as well. And it's just great to be able to know that we've got more AI music tools available to us. I've done quite a few AI music platforms now on this channel. So yeah, make sure you check out that playlist if you are interested. Okay, so it is still generating, but we are able to preview. So let's do that now.
Whisper soft upon the floor. Don't wanna wake what's come before. Each new breath a silent plea to just exist and simply be. Watching shadows dance and sway as the quiet greets the day. Oh, treading lightly now I roam, finding peace within my home. Every step a gentle art, listening to my beating heart. Authentic echoes in the air, lost in moments, free from care.
Nice. Minimax.
Fingertips across the pane, washing clean the falling rain. See the world through softened eyes. No harsh judgment, no disguise. Just a moment, pure and true in this gentle, soft-hued view. Oh, treading lightly now I roam, finding peace within my home. Every step a gentle art, listening to my beating heart. Authentic echoes in the air, lost in moments, free from care.
Now for the bridge.
This fragile ground beneath my feet, a tender rhythm, oh so sweet. A quiet strength begins to grow.
Oh, it's a shame it cut off right at the end. But you could fade it out, you know. I think that's the thing. We're at a stage now where the music generators are really good. But they do still sometimes need refinement. And it's just something to bear in mind. It really does help to have kind of music tool techniques and that kind of thing. I mean, I've featured my digital audio workstation Cubase. I've featured Cubasis on here. I've done a bit on FL Studio. So it's, you know, there's GarageBand. There's so many different options out there for you guys. But if you're interested in maybe becoming a musician, check out some videos, you know. It's always useful to have those tools at your disposal. So that is Minimax. Okay, so this one is MusicGPT.com. And they have a Plus plan, a Pro and an Ultra. So I'm just going to leave it as it is off there and just paste in the same text prompt that we've done for all of them. Now there's quite a lot of tools if you go with some of the Plus or Pro plans. We're just going to have to leave it on create anything, but you can see again text to speech, extend, those kind of things that you may want to do. You can attach a file as well. You've got lyrics on here. I want it to generate lyrics, so I'm going to go treading lightly and I'm going to go generate lyrics. Just wait for that to happen. Music GPT hasn't been around for long, to be fair. I don't think I've featured it on this channel, but you do get 500 free credits when you want to give it a go. So let's go with that. And what I will do is just click on next. And this is going to be our generation here. So we'll just let it finish. So bearing in mind, if you are on the free plan, it's using 100 credits to do 2 examples for you. So you'll burn credits quite quickly, but obviously you can upgrade if you want to. And I'll leave a link in the description of all of these platforms for you guys to check out. Just to let you know that if you're not on a Pro or Plus plan, it does take longer to generate and there is a queue, so you have to wait for the other members to generate first before you can. So it gives you an idea of that as you're doing this, but this is certainly on the slower territory at the moment. Okay, so it's done our first generation, so I'm going to click on play. Let's have a listen.
In the quiet of the night, she walks alone.
Very
Shadows dance around, her path is known. Each step soft as a whisper, light as a sigh. Her heart beats true with every gentle
There's no slider on here, just to let you know.
light. Tread lightly, let no sound break the peace in this world of whispers. Find your release, leave only echoes of your quiet grace. Breathe in the shadows, let them embrace.
That's nice.
Through the labyrinth of life she finds her way, with strength in her heart and vulnerability in her play. Each moment a canvas painted with care, a masterpiece of love, a gentle affair. Tread lightly, let no stone you touch disturb in this journey. Be the light that's always heard, leave only footprints in the sands of time. Breathe in the beauty, let it shine. Tread lightly in the world's grand design, with every step a story to align. Breathe in the whispers, let them guide your way in this dance of life. Find your own ballet.
Oh, there we go. There's the slider there at the top. Look. I actually really like that generation. I was a little concerned at the beginning, and I thought, no, it's actually a really good track. Really good track. Let's check the other one. Panning's good. Good mix. Quite simplistic, but sometimes that's what people want, right?
In the quiet of the night, she walks alone. Shadows dance around, her path is known. Each step soft as a whisper, light as a sigh. Her heart beats true with every gentle lie. Tread lightly, let no sound break the peace. In this world of whispers, find your release.
What I'm finding with MusicGPT is it's not throwing everything at the mix, and if you want a more simplified version, I think MusicGPT is really good for this.
Leave only echoes of your quiet grace. Breathe in the shadows, let them embrace.
Okay, I'm going to stop there. I just want to check number one. Let's have a listen. Because they're very similar, those two generations.
It's not that I don't want you here. It's something about the way you stare into my eyes. I know that I don't make things clear. I fall for you every time. I try to resist you. We can get away. Palm trees, beach views, ordinary day. All I wanna hear is inner visions on replay and sit right next to you. I try not to show how I feel about you. Thinking we should wait, but we don't really want to. I just wanna get away and sit right next to you. I don't wanna kiss you, yeah. I just wanna feel you around. I want you around.
There you go. So I thought that would give you a bit more of a representation of what the model can do compared to those two very, very similar generations that I just produced. So there you have it. Let me know what you think in the comments. I purposely didn't give them too much of my opinion, but I have to say, I thought all of them were good. All of them. Every single one I couldn't fault. The thing we have to be conscious of is we've come such a long way in just a few years. And the thing is, it's really easy to pick holes in these generations now because we've become spoiled, right? We've got all of these platforms available to us. And yeah, they may not be absolutely spot on, but compared to where we were 2 years ago, it's just incredible, really. But from my point of view, the only thing I will say is definitely number one is Suno. But we have to be mindful that these platforms may not be around forever. I started this channel 4.5 years ago in Web3 music, and a lot of those kind of platforms that featured music NFTs had been taken down because of lack of funding, because of lack of innovation, or other reasons. There were rug pulls, and Yuiio, we're just about to lose Yuiio for the label, and that'll be released next year in a very, very different form. So I will keep a close eye on that. But yeah, just what I would recommend for all of these platforms is please do your research, find out what the terms of use are in terms of how you can use the music. Make sure you're with the law, which is yet to be decided. But if the platforms are taken down, then make sure that you've already backed up your work. You've already downloaded all of those tracks and stems if you want to have that, that data. Because don't rely on these platforms to stay here forever. And it's something that I've certainly learned over the last 4.5 years. So I hope that's been useful for you guys. Hope it's provided value. I do have a members club as well where I'll feature exclusive videos on there. So check it out, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye.